Bet.
Basically, we're going to be talking about the local music scene. You being an artist, promoter as well.
Artist.
Well,
Sometimes.
Sometimes, okay. You being an artist in the local scene. We're going to discuss some of the pros and cons, advantages, disadvantages of being a talent and having this passion, but also being in a small town.
Okay.
So that's where the interview is going to go. So.
All right.
All right. And we are doing YouTube video as well. I need a third person so they could be a camera. But so I figured that would be the best setup I can do for right now. So this is on our YouTube channel, All Things Town.
All Things Town. All Things Town. Yeah, we can rock on. You ready to rock on?
Shop closed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it? Did I save it on a jump drive?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Flush.
You guys want any water?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, take a little agua.
Okay.
Make sure system wide.
You said it's streaming on YouTube?
Yeah, streaming video on YouTube. All Things Town.
Okay.
It's supposed to. It's my first time doing it, so I do have it linked. But you might want, if you want to help me promote, that's cool.
Yeah, I was going to post it right quick.
Yeah, it should post to my page. All right. This is to kind of buff some of the, of course, you know, Ming likes to talk like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like to express myself,
Wait, that's old.
Well, any way it takes to get it out.
You see my command?
Just the old ways come back surfacing sometimes. So like that's just old ways.
That's February's podcast.
I just text Shae to find out what's going on.
Figure this out. Hey.
Like the mayor did that.
I already knew as soon as I heard the swag.
He said he had something to do with the rally
Oh, tonight?
Yeah, rally on either field or someone will see.
Okay.
Who that, Mike?
Yeah. I did Shae got the date wrong.
All right. This is All Things Town with Ming and JC. I am your host, JC, here with my co-host, Ming. It is June 1st, 2018, and it is hot outside. People definitely We already know it's going to be a hot summer. But this is All Things Town, where we discuss the latest news, politics, events, and happenings. And we also interview local leaders, artists, activists here in Georgetown. June is Black Music Month. Tonight, we will be talking about the local music scene here in Georgetown and the surrounding cities. For those who didn't know, we do have some local artists here that are definitely moving up and around in the state. With us, we're going to be talking briefly. We got a lot to go through on this show. But first up, we got DJ Apollo Million. What's up, DJ?
What up, people? What's up? What's up?
And we also got with us Big Huss, the boss. That's what's up. And later on, we got Lina Ace, Shae Davis, as well as Sophire Jackson. They're going to be stepping to the mic, spit a little fire for us. But before we get to that, we're going to just talk a little bit about the music scene in South Carolina. First up, let's start with you, DJ Apollo. So tell us a little bit about, how you got into the DJ scene. What's the background on you DJing around the area?
What up, y'all? It's DJ Apollo, North Santee native, Georgetown High representative.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? How I got into, well, I didn't start out DJing, to be honest. I started out producing.
All right.
Me and my fellow drumline members at Georgetown High. Shouts to my man High Rise over there in the back. We all drummers, and we all just started out making beats and stuff like that. I then graduated high school, went to South Carolina State.
All right, Bulldogs,
you know what I mean? I perfected my craft, started getting with artists, started making beats with people, producing and everything. I started learning how to record. From there, I started DJing by accident, to be real. Basically, I started interning at the radio station on campus at State, and they needed a DJ for like a CD signing with Lloyd Banks. He was about to drop his Hunger for More 2 mixtape, and I knew a little bit about DJing, but I never had a desire to do it. I just was playing around with it, just learning it. And they asked me if I could handle it, and I was like, sure. I had never did it before in front of nobody, and so I did the event, and then people was like feeling me, so I just tried it out, and here I am today, like 10 years later.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you kind of fell into DJing per se.
Yeah.
All right. So fast forward 10 years now, you graduated from school, came back to Georgetown. And what made you decide to, start your art and your talent here instead of some people like to go to Atlanta, some people want to go down south? What made you stay here and home?
I mean, I had plenty of opportunities to move to different places. After I got my master's from Full Sail University, I had a uncle that was living in Atlanta, and he was like, he was single. He wasn't married or nothing at the time, so he was like, you can come stay with me and pursue your music career. But I never really been a fan of moving to Atlanta or nowhere else, really.
Okay.
I never really been a fan of that, but I'm not going to lie and say I didn't consider it.
Right.
So, but I just came back home, got a better opportunity financially, and I started, everything I did when I was in college, I just brought back home.
Right. That's what's up.
Okay, that's what's up. Before I go in, Hoss, I got a question, Drew. But before I go in, I want to reintroduce myself. So Georgetown, what it do, what it is, what it be. This is All Thing Town with Ming and JC.
Oh,
let's not get it quick. Let's get it cracking. That Hoss, what inspired you to be a rapper? Like, who was your inspiration from day one? Like, who you come up under? Who you was always trying to be like? Just what got you into that beast mode that you are in?
Far as rappers, like Cam was always my favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? Cam and Kiss. You know what I'm saying? So back, what was that, like 06, 07? Like, basically how it just they had the beats, I had the words. You know what I'm saying? Back then Cam was
like Biggie and Pockets for us.
Yeah, pretty much. So, but then my pops used to do poetry, but my grandfather, that was like his his biggest dream to really make it, and he never got far with that, so I'm just kind of carrying on the legacy.
Okay, so what's your plan, like, the push? I see you doing shows. You've been in a lot of cypher. You know, what's next for Big Hoss? Like, what is this local Big Hoss doing to take it to the next level?
Right now, just crafting that perfect project, that
Right.
perfect album. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So I can just push that and get out there and I just want to work with everybody.
There you
Right.
go. You know, I'm a big fan, so keep pushing.
So describe us tell us a little bit what's the music scene, not only in Georgetown, because you DJ all over. I'm sure you perform all over in the Low Country, just all over across the state, Palmetto State, period. Can you describe like what is it about the music, the musicians, the artists here that maybe we may not see in other cities or other states, or what's the environment like?
To me, we more in touch with hip hop as y'all would know it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As we would know it. You know,
Right.
Like whereas everybody, and you know, no disrespect to no other areas, but most everybody they hear what sound is hot. Like right now, the Atlanta sound is hot, so now everybody is da 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 da. That's cool, you know. But just us, our area, we just different. Like I've seen a bunch of us when we go do shows out of town, like everybody just be like, because they just not used to hearing art no more.
Anymore, right?
Yeah, like Georgetown and just Georgetown itself, like the artists that really are like out here working, they stand out.
Yeah.
And I DJ'd events where it was like artists from Tennessee, Florida, Georgia, New York, Georgetown. People like they always leave in awe when somebody from Georgetown perform. They always leave trying to network with us. And I ain't saying that because I'm from town. I've really seen that with my own eyes.
Right. A lot of times we done like open up for artists and we done outdid them. You know,
For real.
I know I done did about this.
For real.
And I've seen you with Fred the God and
oh yeah.
So you know what I mean. Some of the
Right.
You know, a lot of people might not know who Fred the God is, but if you Fred the God is
in
a
the
real
bars, that's a
lyricist,
God.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean. He's the
Yeah.
God.
Respected.
So you know when I seen that, I was like, yeah, Hoss the he's ready.
Yeah.
He's ready.
Yeah, you did that cipher with them boys. And
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
And there was another cipher that had a good tune of Georgetown people, and you know, and then Taste Lounge. You know, I've been there a couple of times and seen Conway, Myrtle Beach, King Street. You know, everybody had a flavor. But it seemed like Brittany. You know, a lot of them Shae came and stand out when she did her. You know, she did her thing and just tore it down.
Right.
See, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like Georgetown still like people that like Georgetown artists. We still the ones in this area that are still keeping it true to like that Gullah culture. Like we talk different, we dress different, we walk different. Like everything different about us, and people know that. So even like people from like far away from here, they think we from the islands or something. We really from town.
Right.
But we still tapped into the culture.
Right.
I feel like a lot more people could be tapped in, but it's up to us to like, you know, push that.
Right, and definitely just to piggyback on that, one of the artists who are here, Sophire, she was interviewed on CNN, United Shades of America with Kamal Bell, and she was talking about the Gullah Geechee culture. And for us, this is all we know. But for the rest of America, they think it started from the Smithsonian. You know, the Smithsonian has a whole corridor dedicated to the Gullah Geechee culture. People are just now starting to,
Like
you know,
embrace it.
yeah, just to really embrace it and not understanding that slavery started here.
Yeah.
West Africans, they came by way of Caribbean, and they came here. So a lot of people, you know, who migrated from other areas up north, up west, they migrated.
Really
they all came from here. About 75 to 80% of slaves are from, you know, West Africa. And yeah, they went to the Caribbeans first, West Indies first, and then they came to the ports of Charleston. But a lot of people don't know that. So it's good that for us as Gullah Geechee people, and it's good for you artists to recognize that, and for that to stand out no matter where you go. I mean,
because like South Carolina as a whole, in my opinion, I don't really feel like there's a true identity. Like you can identify with Atlanta, Texas,
right,
Florida. Their music is mad fast.
Yeah,
they play their music fast.
Yeah,
you know, Atlanta, that's the go-to sound right now. You even got New York.
Yeah,
that sound.
Right.
But South Carolina, we actually have a more unique sound than everybody.
I agree with that.
Let's take one artist to break through one time, and once the artist break through, somebody.
But he got to be true.
And then you got so many people, like maybe not even you from Georgetown, but just like Charleston, Williamsburg. You got Frank De Niro. You got Mr. Taylor. You know, those guys, and they have that deep color sound too. You know what I mean? And some of their stuff is real fire. You know, like I remember when I moved to VA in 1999, and I had a DJ B Lord mixtape with nothing but South Carolina artists on it. Man, I made so much copies of that and sold so much copies of that South Carolina, and I was like, yo,
putting them on.
It's coming, but that was like 20 years ago, and it still hasn't exceeded its horizon. So hopefully soon, man. Hostel Blossom pushing you, Carolina Ace. You know what I mean? I want to see one of y'all break through. I'm rooting for you. You know, and anything I can do, y'all always got anything going on. We here to support y'all. You know what I mean?
Right.
All things town, Ming and JC. You know.
Right.
All things town.
And so, Big House, what do you want your fans and listeners to know about your music? When they buy your mixtape or when they, you know, listening to you, what is it that you want them to really get when they hear your music?
Really, I just try to spread love. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I try to spread love, spread jewels to younger people and whatnot, you know, and I just try to speak the truth in the language that they understand.
Absolutely, yeah. Basically, and DJ Apollo, and when you're DJing at clubs, the music that you play, what is it that you want the people in the club to get up and dance? Of course, but what like, for example, like what I guess genre of music that you play in the clubs that really get people hyped up?
A good DJ can make any song move the crowd. So like for me, I just want to play those songs that might take you back. Or it might take you to a place that you weren't at before you heard the song. Like, you know, everybody go to the club for a specific reason. Some people don't go to the club to dance. Some people do. Some people go to the club to vibe or whatever. But I'm trying to cater to everybody. So, like, I might play something for the ladies. And, you know, you might have just experienced a breakup. And I might just play some old school Trina or something. Single again. Yeah. Something like that. And then, like, you know, Shorty and her homegirls might pop a bottle.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's where I'm at with it. But, like, you know, you might have lost somebody.
Yeah.
And I might just play something that make you, like, really, like, remember that person or, you know.
Yeah, so you like to bring emotions to people in their music.
Apollo, with that being said, you know, I feel like if that's the case, I feel like the DJs have the way to get this music out. I feel like the local DJ should be playing at least one or two artists a night when they DJing. If you locally, if I'm DJing and I'm going to Conway, Myrtle Beach, and I'm representing Georgetown, slide in one or two of those Georgetown tracks. Man. I mean, we gotta show love and support the local artists, man. And that's how, you know, I think it starts, like you say, with DJing, because you can make any music or any song play the local artists.
Exactly. That's how you put them on.
At least once or twice a night. Play 2 or 3 local artists, and we got the local artists booming now. We got them buzzing in King Street. We got them buzzing in Conway. We got them buzzing in Charleston. We got them buzzing in Myrtle Beach.
The one, like for me, the ones that I know is like serious and dedicated, I slide their music in, even if it might be on a different platform. Like I do mixtapes. I do a little bit of everything. So like, even if I don't play somebody's song in the club per se, if I know that you're working, like I don't really care about what you can pay me for my services.
Right, yeah.
I got money, so like I ain't really worried about that. But it's all about like your work ethic too. Like
there you go.
There you go.
It's all like a process. It's like a protocol.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you definitely have to have the passion, and you got to show the passion.
You definitely got to have that work
and the hunger.
Like you know, me as a DJ, I'm not gonna play your song if I never heard anything about you. I never heard your music. I'm not gonna play it in the club. I'm not gonna do that because I don't know if you serious enough to get professionally recorded or at least quality enough. It ain't gotta be like in no state of our studio, but if I don't know that it's gonna, you know, be quality, I'm not gonna play it. But that don't mean I'm not gonna listen to it and give it a shot.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely gotta show an investment in yourself, and that reflects on your craft, on your art. So, what are some upcoming projects we got coming up?
Well, I just dropped Bike Week, the Road Trip 5.
Oh, okay.
I'm on my 5th Bike Week mixtape. We was in Myrtle Beach with it, Atlantic Beach, and we messing with Atlantic Beach from now on, man. We ain't messing with Myrtle Beach no more, man. Nothing against the citizens of Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I make a good little bit of money in Myrtle Beach with a lot of the promoters out of ENT my boy Camille. Like a lot of people, they book me out there, but we messing with Atlantic beats, man. We gonna keep it black.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that.
You got to give love to all. You got promoters out here doing anything. You got Power Entertainment. They doing a lot of big things.
Yeah.
Got Trina coming
Trina
in.
coming
they
June
put in
8th.
parties every weekend. So then you just had Crank Up Ray did a few things at thing. He did real.
I've been
good,
hearing
young
about
guy.
Crank Up Ray,
so,
man.
it's a lot of people. Carolina Ace just shoot me his little new joint with
Ace
little
working.
Nate Racks. And you got guys working, man, and I appreciate it. I keep Mike the Mayor in the thing. So anytime you need any promotion or help,
thank you.
I'll get it out there. I'll play it in my car, wherever I'm at. I'm pushing it, doing. This is local music right here, Georgetown, Geechee Color, whatever.
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah, what's what you got coming up, Big Haas?
Right now, just working on getting my project. Just taking that real slow.
Yeah, that's what's up.
As far as big things, I don't even be knowing, these things just happen to me. I don't even know.
He just
check your manager. Ask the manager.
I just wake up in the email, be like, yo, such and such, you want to do this with such and such?
That says that this is your calling. Man.
Right.
That's all. It just says that this is your calling.
Right.
So do what you do, man.
No doubt.
That's what's up. Well, you guys, I want to thank you for taking the time out, to tell us a little bit about the music scene. But you guys don't go nowhere because we're going to be back. We got to hear it. They talk about this, their rap, but we got to hear it. So you guys sit tight. We're going to take a few minutes and we'll be back. We got Carolina Ace. We got Big Haas the Boss. Hopefully we'll get Sophia Jackson in here. She's supposed to be on her way. But definitely, y'all stay tuned. All Things Town with Ming JC. We'll be right back.
All Things Town. Appreciate that, fella. Y'all can't do step up like a boss.
Appreciate that.
Sometimes you got to take another road. Girl said she was on the beach side. I thought she lived in Paul's Island. She said she can be here. I told her, can you be here in 30 minutes?
Oh, don't worry. I got all day.
So, oh, man, my phone came out. I'm sitting behind it.